So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to 1 Million Cups, Fairfax chapter or Fairfax edition. I am James Lawson. I am one of the organizers here at 1 Million Cups in Fairfax. And so thank you for coming and joining us. If this is your first time here, let me tell you a little bit about what we do. We are part of the Kaufman Foundation, and we work with communities in entrepreneurship, education to increase opportunities that allow all people to learn, take risks, and to own their own success. Now, we are both a national and a local mission. We work towards this mission through creating a consistent educational experience for each of our 1MC presenters nationwide, and you will see that later on with Colleen, while also highlighting the uniqueness and value proposition in each local startup community. Now, like all organizations, we have our own pillars. We have 4 of them. First one is we do presentations and not pitches. So if you're looking to pitch for funds, for money, this ain't the place to come and do it. We look for authentic connections, not networking. That doesn't mean you don't build your network. We do, but think of it more as a mastermind group more than a networking group at its core. We are run for the community by the community, and we are radically and intentionally inclusive. So, welcome to any new visitors. If you are here for the first time or are returning after a long stay away, let us know. Go ahead and raise your hand. And when called on, please share your name, your company name, and how you heard about us. So, do we have anyone in the room who is new?
I think Amy Lemon, if you want to unmute, introduce yourself.
I'm having all kinds of technical difficulties, so sorry about that. But here I am. I was just about to go out and start weeding, and I noticed that Colleen is presenting today, so I rushed back inside and signed up. So here I am. I own Lemonade Consulting. I help people downsize. I help them get organized. I help them prepare for disability and even end-of-life issues. So thanks.
Welcome. Anyone else? Nope. All right, we're moving on. We can come back if you turn up later. So on your screen right now, you will see the QR code. This is our check-in QR code. So we'd like you to go ahead and scan it and check in. This just lets the foundation see how we are performing week in and week out from an attendance standpoint. And it also gives Jen ammunition to go back and get more swag that we can give away to people that come and present for us. So go ahead, scan your code, and just check yourself in. By the way, this will come up multiple times, so if you miss it, don't worry about it. So I said it is organized by the community, and this is it. This is the organizing team for Fairfax. This, as we said, doesn't happen in a silo. Everyone chips in. We all do a little bit here and there. But if this is something that you might think you might want to be part of, please let us know. And we'd be happy to have a conversation about what that entails in terms of time and commitment, et cetera, et cetera. But this is it. This is your team right here. Now, we have sponsors. We have the George Mason Enterprise Center and a coffee sponsor who this week is NABO. And I am going to ask Jen to speak on both these things because I cannot speak intelligently about Mason Enterprise. By the way, even though I've heard Jen say this every week for like a year and a half, I still can't get it right. So Jen, I'm going to let you run with this. On you go.
Sure thing. Thanks, James. George Mason Enterprise Center is actually where we meet the first Wednesday of every month. It is a hybrid meeting, but you can be in the room and see us. So the next one will be in August 5th. Mason Enterprise Center is an incubator for over 100 businesses in the Northern Virginia area. They have grown to over 24 mentors. I put a link in chat to their website. You can learn more about Mason Enterprise Center and what programming they have. It is summertime, so there's a bit of a lull as far as events, but you'll see webinars, programming, networking, so do check it out. If you want to be a virtual member somewhere, they also have that as an opportunity. If you need office space, they do have a few spots left. If you want to learn more, again, come check it out. In our August meeting, we're happy to walk you over and give you a tour. Eddie Hill is the director. You can reach out to him, and you can see the email on the screen as well. So do check out Mason Enterprise Center. I'm
Thank
going to
you, Jane.
switch. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for letting me speak about that. It's so
Would you
new
like-
to me.
Would you like to speak about Nabo now as the
I
coffee sponsor of this week?
I thought you would never ask. So July, we're doing a little bit different. Every week, we're having a different coffee sponsor just to give different organizations different visibility. This week is NABO, the National Association of Women Business Owners. I am on the board, so obviously I'm a bit biased, but NABO is a very important organization nationally. One of the things they do that very few other organizations do is go and advocate for women business owners on the Hill. If you're interested in learning more about it, we have virtual coffees you can attend, coffees in neighborhoods because NABO is across the DMV. So there's several different neighborhoods you could pop in. You don't have to be a member and meet people, see if it's for you. They do have a startup membership level, basic and premier. But again, it's been a great group. I put a link in chat to their events page. There are some social events coming up this summer in case you just want to connect and meet some amazing women. With that, I'm going to turn it back over to James Lawson.
Thank you, Jen. So a little bit about how the meetings work. In a second, Colleen is going to come on and talk a little bit about her business and her challenge. We're going to ask that everyone remain on mute while Colleen goes through her presentation. At the end, we will move into Q&A. At the Q&A section, you can ask a question by utilizing the toolbar, the Zoom toolbar, by raising your hand. Mr. Foster will go around one at a time in sequence, and you'll have a chance to either ask a question, give some guidance, or get clarity on something that maybe was unclear to you. We just ask that everyone be nice about what they do and how they do it, right? And usually you are, but sometimes you get one or two, but normally everything's fine. So we're going to move into that right now, and I'm going to ask Colleen to pick up the microphone and tell us a little bit about what's happening at Let's Thrive Alive. So Colleen, over to you.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. My name is Colleen Perlman, and I'm the founder of Let's Thrive Alive. And at my first presentation, at the time of my first presentation a few months ago, I had 3 beta clients, and I was ready to take on my first real clients. And you all encouraged me to leverage my friend group. And sure enough, with the Facebook post, I was able to generate 4 full-paying clients and 1 fully committed pro bono client. And since we've talked last, I've put together a workshop that I've practiced with my friends and also with a few people here. Thank you for that, Jen and John, and Prabmeet's not here today, but thank you very much. Really appreciate that. And now I'm ready to share that workshop with a real audience. My goal is to get my next 5 full pay clients. Next slide. So going to my original challenge question that you might have seen in the email is, what's the next hyper-focused step I can take? And I've refined that question because I'm really leaned into the workshop idea, the free workshop, and giving that free workshop. So how do I now start pitching that and sharing it with people? Obviously my friend group, but then beyond that friend group. And another question I have is these 5 sunsetting clients, how can I convert them into additional packages? And I'd like to just take a moment just to tell you about the workshop a little bit. I call it the power of your best health and how food shapes what's possible. And I take people through an exercise of imagining their best health and what that looks like for them. We talk about what our foods are health promoting and what foods drag us down with our health. And then essentially in the workshop, I create an opportunity to demonstrate what coaching looks like without saying, okay, now I'm going to do coaching. But so people are experiencing coaching by attending that workshop. And then at the end of the workshop, I offer people my awesome favorite creamy chickpea recipe in exchange for their email. And I also offer people an opportunity to meet with me for a free 1-hour coaching workshop with no strings attached. So my company timeline is that I started basically at the end of 2025. I have my first clients, set up the website, got the business thing going, and that's where I am here in July. What problem does my business solve? So the next slide. For people who are sick and tired of feeling sick and tired and they're ready for change, I help them actually make the changes consistently that make them feel much, much better and enable them to go and do and see and enjoy the things that they love doing in life and even thriving as they age. Next slide. How do I generate revenue? Right now, I have one-on-one coaching clients, and I would like to have my next set of 5 coaching clients. I offer 2 coaching packages. One is a quick wins 5-session package, and the other one is a full throttle 12-week package. There's a lot more that comes with the package than just the sessions, and we can talk about that, but that's not the question. My next step is either a programmed group coaching session or a subscription service that includes drop-in group coaching. My value proposition. I promise that as you adopt an increasingly whole food, plant-forward lifestyle, you will feel better and better in your body, and you will be able to live a life full of joy and able to go and do and see the things you love to do, and not having your world collapse on you because you can't move and get around. So my ideal client are people who are in midlife, who are losing their health, losing their mobility, are in chronic pain from inflammation. They might have high blood pressure, have high weight, high cholesterol, and they aren't ready to just give up and throw in the towel. My unique value proposition is that clients experience the joys of life again by learning how to adopt a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. So what differentiates me? My personal story differentiates me. Some of you may remember from last time that my father died of a heart attack at 44 when I was 8. My mother's father, the same thing, mid-40s, she was 9. Heart disease runs rampant through my family. I was strongly advised, I had very high cholesterol, strongly advised to run, not walk, to go on a statin. I said, let me try to do it through diet change, and I did. I now have my cholesterol is way down and all my other markers are down, and the doctor tells me I am no longer at an elevated risk for heart disease. And that is just amazing. Plus I get to live my life and ski and walk and hike and ice skate and all the fun things that I love doing. I also create a totally free judgment zone. I create an extremely safe space where we don't work with shame. I'm also very flexible. I meet people where they're at and help them achieve the dietary change that they want to achieve. I don't force 100% plant-based lifestyle, as long as we're, eating more plants than not. When we're heading in that direction, I support that. I very much focus on mindset and evidence-based ways of creating habit change, as well as providing evidence-based information that's needed by each client. So it's the information as well as that mindset, mind shift, habit change work. Every client receives an assessment, and each client receives a fully customized experience. And then just some details about the package. There's an online portal. It's private. You can track our goals. We can share information. I have resources there, all that good stuff. Curated information, articles, books that I recommend reading. And then they also receive email prompts after each session to capture their thoughts. And before each session, they also receive an email to help them get focused and ready to have our next session. So we get the most out of each session. My target audience is midlife women and men who are ready to make a change for better health, but they're struggling to make it a reality. My companies or organizations to target are those concierge doctors, maybe cardiac doctors, churches and synagogues, women's groups. I've certainly considered corporate spaces. I got to tell you, they make me a little bit, that seems like the big mama jama, and a hard nut to crack, but I've thought about it. And right now, my marketing channels are my personal network and word of mouth, which has been powerful because people have seen me make the change. My current clients, when I ask them why they signed up, they say, I saw what you did. I watched it. I have the social channels, not LinkedIn. If you go to my LinkedIn, you're going to see all about, I'm a media buyer. But I have a Facebook page, I have an Instagram page, and I have YouTube. You're going to go there and you're going to be like, this doesn't look like, I need to update the branding. I haven't been posting super consistently. And I also find I'm a native to Facebook and I just prefer it, Facebook and YouTube. Instagram kind of annoys me. And I want to start calling people to have one-on-one conversations about, about how I can help them. And I want to offer these free workshops. But I'm trying to focus on what really matters, the personal networking. So my competitors, registered nurses that you can get through insurance, but you only get 15 minutes with them from what I understand. And they're more about giving you the nutrition information, eat this, not that, more than they are about being able to lean in to support ongoing habit change. Another competitor is do it yourself. Listen, no one needs a coach, right? We can all do this ourselves. But what a coach offers you is the ability to meet your goals faster and more reliable than you would on your own. Just like an athlete, even at the Olympic level, still has a coach. And then, of course, there's online influencers, and I offer one-on-one support with evidence-based, customized information that meets each client where they're at and addresses their particular needs. And how might I leverage competitors? I might co-present with a nutritionist or a registered dietitian, so I could join forces with someone. I certainly look at online forums of online influencers and see what is of interest and concerning for folks. So those are topics that I know would be valuable to address. And I also think I might make a note to call out that I work with people who are taking a GLP-1 or something similar, so they can make those eating habit changes to complement the medication that they're taking during and even possibly after if they choose to go off the medication at some point. And so coming back to my challenge questions is how and where do I pitch that free workshop that essentially demonstrates what coaching looks like with me? And how do I convert those sunsetting clients to additional packages? Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Colleen. That was lovely. Well done. And congrats on getting your first bunch of clients from your last talk here at 1MC. Awesome stuff. I am going to stop sharing the presentation. I'm going to hand the mic over to Mr. Foster, who's now going to moderate the Q&A session.
Yes, indeed.
So remember, put your hand up using the toolbar, and John will call you out in sequence as your hands go up. But Colleen, thank you once again. Awesome.
Thanks, James.
Yes, thank you, Colleen. So, questions, ideas. All right, let's see. I guess let's jump over to Melinda. Go ahead, Melinda.
I cleaned up my coffee. Fabulous presentation, Colleen. Absolutely fabulous. And as I was listening to you, my big idea, which I really think would be perfect for you, is to write a book. And write a book about your story. But in addition, get other people to write chapters in your book who follow the same plant-based lifestyle changes and have them tell their stories. And you'll have a book of everybody's stories that people can relate to. Then take your book on a book tour with your panel of everybody that wrote chapters. And you can even have them start doing things and give them exposure.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Melinda. Rose.
Great job, Colleen. Something I'm going to share is something that another member of this group who I don't see on right now shared with me. And he's also in the health space, also works with people who are like post 50 years old. And something he said is that when people interact with him on social media, I don't know how he does this part. He is somehow collecting some sort of data on them, but he has found he has to reach back out within 24 hours for that first touch point. Otherwise, when he reaches out like 2 days later or a week later, they're like, why did I ever click on that post? So I'm curious if you do have certain platforms, right, Facebook or whatever, where you are comfortable posting, and if you are getting interaction, what do you do when someone interacts? Do you at least like react back to them? Do you start following them? I don't know. Like, what's that like next step so that you could pull them closer?
right now, if they comment, I just comment quickly
Okay.
within
And
24
there's no
hours.
way to, okay, and there's no way to get more information, right? To be like, you can't like see their phone number, right? To just call them? I don't know how he's doing
No,
that. Do you have any landing page for people to say like, oh yeah, do a free call?
I do. So
Okay,
there's a
okay, so
on
there's
the
that
on the
way.
website, the Let's Thrive Alive. All my socials are under Let's Thrive Alive. So there is a place for people to. I've created the plumbing. I just haven't
Yes. Yeah.
squirted water down the hose yet.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Okay, cool.
Great. Thank you, Rose. Jen.
For two quick thoughts. One, Dr. David Gustitis, who works in Vienna as a chiropractor, but he really does wellness. He is vegan, so in the same habit space as you are, and he works with a myriad of patients. Happy to make an introduction. He does have people come and speak to his clients in his space. So just as far as having a place where you could come and pitch or do that. As far as online, I do think a monthly webinar series. And for me, the things that I engage with, for better or worse on Instagram, they're like, comment, this, and you'll get that. And so if you have the ability from the Facebook platform standpoint to give someone, here's 5 things you can do, or 5 recipes or something like that, to Rose's point, I think that could be a way where you start to capture client information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if anyone has any can coach me on the technicality of how that works, I'd appreciate it. Like the mechanism of that.
Okay.
I'll make a note in chat.
Thanks.
Michael Butera.
Yep,
sir.
Nice presentation. I think I have a couple areas that you might want to consider. The first one may be a little bit offsetting, but have you thought about outreach to over 55 HOA communities, homeowner associations over 55? They usually have, a manager or something like that. You can make a pitch at one of their meetings. You might find a lot of clients in a place like that. Second one would be to work with associations in the aging community space. And if you like, send me an email and I can make some contacts for you there. And last but not least, this may be a bit controversial for you. I think that you should see nursing associations as a cooperative possibility instead of as a pure challenge. They are looking for ways to, their whole idea is to, help people. So they may be more willing, to do some joint work with you than you think. So those are 3 suggestions.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Steve, you're up.
Yes, I have 2 thoughts. You might want to talk to chiropractors. I know several other chiropractors who are very active in chiropractic clinical nutrition. And in the long run, it seems like your best growth trajectory is online consulting and like the seminars, etc. It seems like much of your business in the future is going to be really online as opposed to in-person growth-wise. What are you doing to get out there, SEO-wise and otherwise, to get a better web presence?
Nothing right now at this phase of my business. I'm trying to build skills with the one-on-one client, but the trajectory was certainly online. But right now I'm sort of focused on getting experience, clients under my belt, testimonials. I wanted this next 5 clients and then was going to lean more into the online space and attracting, strangers.
Okay, when that time comes, just contact me because I know a very good SEO, I know a fantastic SEO person.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Maria, you're up.
Yes. So since you asked, I shall tell you. ManyChat is one of the tools that I've tried it goes into Facebook and Instagram, and you can set up a system with that resources. So whenever they type whatever word you want them to, it's an automation. So it sends it on your behalf, and then you can also have a follow-up with them as they comment and get your resources. But I think continue where you're doing, even though it takes a long time. I've seen you grow, exponentially since your first presentation. You're doing great, by the way.
Thanks.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Maria. Deborah.
Good morning. Great presentation, Colleen. I have several clients that work with concierge doctors, and I think that would be a great way to get in front of the clientele who, frankly, are going to be willing to pay your services. I would just think through, my experience has been in working with partnerships, there has to be something in it for them. They're typically not going to do it for anything. So I would think about what that model needs to look like, whether it's just you give them a percentage for a referral fee or, do some research on that. But I would definitely look into that market space in additional to other partners that you might be looking to work with, but think through, how you want to compensate them, because they're going to look for something. I truly believe they're going to look for something.
Sure. That's a
That's
good
been my
point.
experience and what I've seen with some of my clients and the concierge doctors that they work with. And they do refer out to your type of services, but they don't do it for
Right. Just like as if you had an online partnership with another influencer, you would absolutely be expecting to compensate that influencer for sharing.
Exactly. And you can look at it as a cost of sales, or, instead
Sure.
of actually being out and pounding the door, you're now just
You're going through a
associating
trusted advisor. That's a
that
lot. There's a
cost.
lot of
Yes.
value.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Thanks, Deborah.
Great. Thank you, Deborah. James Lawson.
Colleen. So your challenge question was, how do you pitch your free online and in-person workshop, and then how do you convert Sunsetting clients? So just for clarity, when we talk about online, or when you talk about online, what does that mean to you, being online?
A Zoom, so the workshop would be an online Zoom call with an interactive experience.
Okay, which is different to taking your business online, right? That's two different things. So my guidance would be, absolutely, you want to have something like a once a month, or even something you can promote every other week webinar training of some kind, right? I would be also suggesting that you're using every one of your social media channels to promote said webinar so that people actually know that it's coming. I would also suggest that at some point you get to one that's a recording and you just leave that as evergreen and start pushing people to it. That way you're not sucking up a lot of time, right? Delivering it live every single time. I will also say that nothing beats the in-person stuff. So if I were to pick one or the other, I would say do in-person as much as humanly possible. Even if it's to 5 people, 7 people, 8 people, your conversion rates are always going to be much, much higher when you do it in person, because you have that, obviously, that connection, and your story is one that you can relay to people actually live is going to be much, much stronger. And there's 100 different ways that I can help you, or show how we do that might help you. The sunsetting clients, I think for you, this is probably where your group program can come into play. What we don't want to do is to start a group program. What we want to do is to find people already in our business, move them to that, right? Because your one-to-one work is going to be pretty intense. That's the one-to-one stuff. But what we've found is people still want accountability. They still want help, albeit maybe in a more infrequent basis. And so what we do is we start with the hero program and then move them into something that is, hey, I do a thing every other week. I go in a group, we have some conversations. I help you through some problems, some challenges, and that way you keep them inside your business. So build the group from your one-to-one. Don't try and start a group program because it's just way too hard. Way too hard. But we can also talk offline a little bit about what that looks like too.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Great.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking is inviting them to a group program with a subscription where they can drop in or not every other week.
We'll talk
Great.
about that because subscription's different.
Thank you, James. Christine.
Thank you. Hi, Colleen. It's nice to meet you. I think as I'm listening to your presentation and the services that you provide, I think people like me are sort of your target audience, right? You know, my kids are out of the house. I'm, you know, thinking a lot more about my health. You know, I'm starting to think about more investing in myself. And as I think about where I've looked for any kind of coach, I agree with James. The in-person connection is so important. And as I think about where can you go where groups of people like me already are, I think in Fairfax County, I think about a couple of different places. One is a lot of these apartment buildings that are going up and are being populated. You know, these apartment buildings have people who have a little bit more disposable income. They're all in these apartment buildings to an extent because they want to build community, and they're all looking for group activities to do. So if you approach some of these managers of these apartment buildings to see if they're looking for activities for their residents, you may find yourself being able to offer like a workshop or a session for like an hour on a Saturday where you can go in and meet these people and they get to know you, and you may find some clients that way. The other thing that I'm thinking about, and I have no idea how you would do this, but employee assistance programs feel like a natural fit for someone like you, because all of these employers are looking to keep people off of medications and keep people off of the GLP-1s. And if you can get into like an employee assistance program or something like that, where people are looking for resources where they don't want to be medicated, you might be able to get yourself on a referral list for these people to be referred to you as another solution that's not just about taking more medications to achieve their health goals. The other thing that I was thinking about, and James, I think you put your finger on it, when I have seen coaches go, you know, who offer the individual coaching and the group coaching, it is the moving up of that spectrum, and they move from the role of coach to the role of a convener. And they're creating more of that community where people want to be part of it. I think what we're coming down to with something like your work is community is really attractive as a notion for people to keep these connections, not just with you, but other people like them, so that they can stay on track and meet their goals. So just a couple of thoughts for you.
Great. Thank you, Christine.
Thank you.
Dennis.
There we go. Got the audio working. Okay. Couple of thoughts for you to play with. You mentioned sunsetting customers. That seems to indicate that they've completed a program and now you're trying to keep them, right? That you're trying to keep them from just disappearing. Okay.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Okay. So consider the idea of in your program from square one that this is not just a single stage program available to them, that there's a follow-up. So you go from maybe intense learning and making changes, and then the second phase is a support situation like just previously mentioned. Think of them more as alumni as opposed to past customers. And if you can keep them involved, maybe at a different level, not as intense as they were in the first program, you know, they can also become ambassadors as alumni. They become ambassadors for your company, and they can they could also then begin to share support with others within the community because they're now experienced. So just play with those kinds of ideas and see what you can come up with for, you know, phase one, phase two, phase three, you know, kind of an approach.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you, Dennis. Back to Melinda.
Couple of things. When I
Yay.
just heard about some of the other groups, I realized one of the big fish you could start going after too are groups like Weight Watchers. I mean, there's a place for your story in Weight Watchers, and not quite sure how you can get into it, but some of the other diet groups. But the other one that, shame on me if I don't talk about it, garden clubs. And garden clubs are looking for speakers. And since you're talking about food, you can grow a lot of your food yourself. And the whole tie-in with that, I think I'd like to possibly use you as a speaker for one of my meetings in the September through June year, talking about being able to grow a lot of what you eat and the health benefits you're going to get for being much more plant-based. I think that's a really interesting garden club topic. And if you want to pilot that with my virtual group, you're welcome to do that. Then maybe there's a way, or there is a way, because one of my members is the president of state this year. I'd like to get you some visibility. A lot of clubs are looking for somebody they don't have to pay. They pay a lot of money for speakers, and I can help you think about the type of topic you want to put together that's going to be really timely. The average garden club person is over 60, so you're kind of preaching to the choir in a lot of ways. But the whole idea, they've got kids, they've got family, and this isn't a fad anymore. It's a lifestyle change, and we all need to do it for better health.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
And is there an a workshop? At the end of the workshop, there's a pitch. Like, I'm there at that workshop seeking clients.
Well,
and that has to be okay.
I would do that for you versus you doing
I
it.
see.
I'll just do it for you, saying that if any of you know anybody that might be interested in your programs, and we will promote you like that. If you write a book, if you've got other types of things, we will promote all of that kind of stuff. And that's how versus having it come out in your presentation, because that becomes salesy.
Yes, that's my concern.
And
Thank you.
I'd rather have it more focused on education, on all the benefits you get by growing your own food.
Great. Thank you, Melinda. All right, let's, Maria.
So I probably missed it, but can you tell me more about your first program in order to understand what a second program or a follow-up program could look like?
So I would say it's not fully baked. So right now I offer 2 programs, a 5-week set, a 5-session program and a 12-session program. And I'm sort of at that pivot point of like, well, I need to have another program to take these people into. And the emerging conversation is some kind of lighter, ongoing, less intense program.
Okay.
Got it. Great. Thank you. Jen.
Thank you, John. I would definitely recommend coming to some of these summer and fall networking events with NABO and with Business Women's Giving Circle. Business Women's Giving Circle is actually having a fall social September 1st at the Mather. So as we talk about communities that may care about food and et cetera, that would be one to think about. The other question I have would be for social, I would think about how do you make it interactive? So switching from not vegan to vegan, maybe ask people, what's your favorite recipe? Or did you know this recipe? Like, I designed this for this. Because I think for me, because I've tried some of these plans and programs, I always think about what am I giving up? As opposed to, hey, I can actually still have this in a healthier way. And so I think making that tangible for people as well, from a storytelling standpoint, from a recipe standpoint, could be great. I do think it would be important to have something on LinkedIn. I know you should not have another profile because LinkedIn frowns upon that. But I think it is strange when someone will go to your profile and they may not see that there. So happy to talk with you more about that offline.
I was thinking about a separate, like not a Colleen Perlman one, but a Let's
com-
Thrive Alive one.
The company page.
Company page. Yep.
Okay. And I'll be at these events I'm telling you about. So I'll be there to be sort of your wing person and help introduce you to. That wasn't like, go by yourself, have fun.
Great, thank you. I want to make one quick comment. Jump in line here. Colleen, do you know Steve Gurney by any chance?
I do not.
Steve Gurney is the godfather of aging in the DC metro area. And so he actually does a once a month thing at Green Fair and a conversation about aging and talks about different topics of aging. So I'll introduce you to Steve because he certainly would be a good person. And Jen was talking about the Mather. I think that's that community itself, and then having an event there to be able to do that. Awesome opportunity. So, yep. So I'll introduce you to Steve. With that, let me jump over to Amy Lemon.
Oh, you're on mute, Amy.
This might be outside of what you're thinking of, but it's my world kind of smashing into your world. But a lot of cancer patients that I work with, and they're of course grabbing that Bible, the Rebecca Katz Cooking for Cancer cookbook, which is a lot of plant-based, high mineral, high vitamin, that kind of thing. I don't know if that's a direction that you might want to consider going in, or maybe just have a group of cancer patients. Just throwing that out as an idea.
Yeah, let's talk more about that.
Yeah, we can talk.
Great. Thank you, Amy. James Lawson.
So as we're kind of talking about these workshops, Colleen, one of the things that you might want to think about, and this is just something, this is what I've done and I've found to be fairly successful. One of the things is we're out there trying to find people, right? Versus having people find us. And so what you might want to think about is shooting yourself a 2 or a 3 minute video, real quick, to the point, blah, blah, blah. And in the video, say, hey, listen, if you want this thing, just in the comments, just put the word whatever. And this is a really simplistic thing to do. People will then put it in. They'll put the thing in because they want that thing you've been talking about. They've basically self-identified themselves as someone who's really interested in what it is you're doing versus you trying to figure out who is. You do that video and you put it on every social media channel. You stick it on there and let the organic stuff work. I wouldn't be paying for this to get pushed out. I'd let the organic thing work first. Those people that then ask for that thing are the people you then invite to your workshop. Like, that's kind of how we fill ours. Because it's just, if they've went that far, hey, they might want to come to an in-person 90-minute, whatever it is you're doing for your workshop. So I would think of it as a really simple 4-step funnel, which is create a download, get the download, invite to a workshop, do the workshop, make your offer at the end. Like, that's it. And just keep doing that. Keep doing it. I will tell you just statistically, the big reason that most coaches fail is that they just give up too soon because they're not getting the results fast enough. But this thing is a bit of a slow burn, right? It has been for all of us. And so I would look at maybe just keeping it as simple as you possibly can. And that way you're only managing one thing. You're not trying to do like 50 different things.
That's why I'm sort of saying like that focus. I'm trying to, because I'm supporting this effort by increasing my day job. So
make it really simple. And over time you'll start to get some results. At least we did. So anyway.
Thank you, James.
Great. Thank you, James. Jen Dalton.
I was thinking about what Amy said and building on to specific symptoms that plant-based food helps also. And you've mentioned a lot, but I know personally for me, from a hypothyroid and Hashimoto's standpoint, I think those are ones where I see a ton of that marketing on Facebook and Instagram. And I know it's probably because of my algorithm and my feed. However, people are searching for those. I also think you do a lot with someone. So like I might participate in a green fair program with John Foster, but afterwards, how do I go home and change my habits? How do I look at my kitchen? What's in the kitchen? What's healthy? How do I go grocery shop? What are some easy meals that if I get these 5 things, I can make 5 different meals? So I would just think through painting that picture of we know habits matter, right? There's a reason people revisit their New Year's resolutions by January 15th. And so I think when you're talking about moving to plant-based, really incorporate the value of what you do and the outcome and the destination so that people understand the breadth of support you could provide that they could enjoy. So I think the messaging of that is really important, including that in the video, like James said, but also on social or in your communication and touch points too. Because there definitely is I mean, the plant-based diet is huge. So my last thought would be because of that, I would ride the coattails on the other people who are thought leaders in that space. Don't be afraid to say, here's who I follow, here's who, these are the books that I read, this is why this matters. Because there is definitely something to be said for brand association and building that trust and credibility in addition to your own story.
Yep.
Thank you.
Good. Any other? So, Colleen, I do have a quick question for you. Because the last time, and we had talked a little bit about this, and it kind of goes back to a couple of things people have brought up. But with regards to because I think on your last time you presented, you were talking about heart people, and so then the question is, you know, see, you're now going more general.
Yeah. So you saw my language was, people, mid-aged people who are sick and tired of being sick and
Yeah.
tired. They're starting to care. I mean, Christine kind of nailed it, the empty nester, you're starting to get serious, realizing you want to make change. I'm kind of going for that generalist
Mm-hmm.
person. And that seems to be the clients that I'm getting also. I mean, just through my friend group. So that's
Yep.
why I went in that direction. But I
Okay.
know,
Yeah. Uh-oh. Colleen, you
symptoms are
froze.
different. So I
Oh,
can
there we go.
customize by focusing on your symptoms of the particular group, cancer or heart disease, and what your challenges are and how plant-based health supports that. And then the rest of the workshop is the same.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Melinda.
We kind of touched on it, but we didn't really focus on it. Is there a way that you can find influencers in plant-based that you can maybe utilize some of them to tell your story and push your story out there? And there may be ways to find influencers in Metro DC if you want to, focus it just here. But there would be possibly good ways to give me a couple of words and I'll come up with a list of influencers for you.
No.
Because
Under what category, like what are you thinking? Like, cancer
well,
health influencer or other plant-based
I would
influencers or chiropractors? Like,
Well, what I'm thinking is influencers for plant-based, and put in your target audience and some of these other keywords that will get us maybe Metro DC people that are actually influencers in our market.
right. I mean, and there's sort of 3 tiers. There's the big mama jama celebrity types, there's
Yep.
the mid-level, and then there's, low level. And I think I would be going for that like what they call micro influencer.
Yeah. Can we talk offline on that one? Because I think I could very quickly help you and I'd be happy to just do it.
Okay, thanks.
Great. Thank you, Melinda. Oh, back to Amy.
Thanks, John. I had another thought, Colleen, based on what Melinda had said about a book. And the book is a great idea, but it has to have recipes in it. You need a
Oh, yeah.
recipe book. I think it's time. And I say that because there's a lot of heart conditions on the male side of my family. And my brother, my oldest brother, had his heart attack at 56, where every man going way back has had. So every time one of his friend group has his heart attack and he's in the hospital, my brother brings him the Mediterranean cookbook. That's the gift. And those of us who've had some cancer issues in families, somebody gets their diagnosis, we bring the Rebecca Katz cookbook to them. We need the Colleen Perlman plant-based diet cookbook, and I would buy it in bulk and I would give it to everybody I know who has a health issue.
Thank you, Amy. Let's see. Let's go up to Nicole.
Hey, I would say I think you said this earlier, but I'm not sure if you didn't say it. I did hear you say that you're offering general kind of expertise for kind of what you're doing. You're shifting your focus a little bit. So if you could think about Eventbrite, you can throw all sorts of darts out there and then see what happens. Which one do people actually register for? And that way you don't have to actually be 100% involved with that specific group. You can kind of test things out, if that makes sense.
Can you tell me a little bit more about using Eventbrite to throw? I'm familiar with Eventbrite as a ticketing opportunity.
It's an event platform. So you could post your webinars because those are events out there. And in your description, maybe change it, do some A/B testing and see, what resonates with people and what they actually glob onto. And then that will help you get outside of those who you know and get into other markets as well.
Thank you.
Great. All right. Any other questions or comments for Colleen? We are coming down to the wire here. Oh, Melinda. Sorry, I didn't see your hand. You're on mute, Melinda.
I wanted to go back on what Amy just said, and I love the idea of a recipe. Why don't you have people tell their story and then give one recipe that they found or something at the end of each chapter?
Okay, very good. I might make it a real, y'all say book, I'm thinking booklet, something that's achievable, and just, take my 5 clients right now. They've all adopted, each one has a recipe that they've adopted, something new, and you only have to have 5 recipes in your arsenal. So, maybe I just take it right
That's
from
perfect. And then have them tell their story of why they started going through the program and test it.
Okay.
I do have a question.
Oh, yeah. Marvelous. Love that name, Marvelous.
This is probably way off, but I know more people who talk about diabetes than I personally know of heart attacks. So should you mention that so that in case I'm sitting there and I don't have any heart issues and then I just don't listen, I don't know if you should just make sure you say diabetes and then my ears pop up, but I just happen to think of that
Absolutely. That's a good thing to keep in mind. Heart disease, diabetes, chronic inflammation, those are some of the big ones.
Yeah, and I believe we all eat kind of the same restrictions, so to speak. I'm not diabetic, but I still have to eat the same way as some of them just to try to stay healthy in
This
other
one way
issues.
of eating
So,
serves us all.
yes. It's a lifestyle, actually. So,
yeah, it is.
okay.
So thank you so much.
Oh.
Thank you.
Well, I got to say that Colleen, awesome. Certainly, for me, it's love the topic. Thank you for what you're doing, and certainly for all the comments. And now we're going to jump over to our final question.
Well, the usual, what you've already done has been fabulous. And if
what more can we do, Colleen? What more can we do?
What more can you do for me? If you said that you're willing to talk with me, would you kindly put your email in this chat, and I will download the chat right before we wrap up. And I will reach out in the next, I don't know, give me a week and a half. Yeah, and as these thinking through these connections, and some of you have offered some fantastic connections. So, answer my email when I reach out.
You can ping me anytime you want, my dear. Anytime.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you for that. That was an awesome session. Next week's presenter, we have Sandra Connor from DMMI Associates. Did I say too many M's? DMMI. So let's talk about you and why you might want to present here at 1 Million Cups for your business. I think, as you see, pretty low key. We can have some fun. Is a what we call a low stakes stress test, right, for your business. There's always going to be things that you have blind spots on, and hopefully the group here can help you see through that. You're going to get some community feedback. You're going to help build your community. And, you know, as we always say, you get immediate network expansion. So, you know, Colleen's now got an extra 23 people that she can go and call on and talk to and get assistance from. So if it's you and you want to present, let us know and we can have that discussion and get you into the schedule. So upcoming events, whole bunch. NABO has their event, Neighborhood Coffee. We've got the Referral Network Alliance, BNI. That's Jane's group. You should definitely go check that out. So as we always say, look, it's a day. There's no end of networking around here. You can network 7 days a week, 24 hours a day almost. We will put this, or someone will put this into the chat so you can have the links and go and check out the Fairfax EDA, Central Fairfax and Reston Chamber events everywhere. So, presenter schedule. Here's what we have. As you can see, it's been rather busy, and we like this. We like it when it's very busy. So as I said, next week we have Sandra Connor, and then on July 22nd, another virtual, Paul Pearson. So our next open day is actually August 5th, which will be a hybrid. So that's an in-person plus online. If this is a date you think you could be ready for and want to have that discussion, we'd love to do that. And then we are into September before we have the next open or available session. So let us know. It should be you. We would love to hear from you. So let your network know about us. What a fun bunch. At least I think we are. Spread the word. All the links you'll get from the QR code at the bottom of the screen. Feel free to go grab that. And in conclusion, hang around. We'll stay on for another minute or so. Thank you again, Colleen. That was really fun. Congrats again on getting your clients and what you're doing. You're doing what most people do not do. You are executing, and that's the most important thing. Just keep going, keep at it. You're going to be fine. You are going to be fine.